Scoopfest is next week. That's what you can see on the feed. If you hear this in time, tickets are still available at heyscoops.com. Also, in 2 weeks, TwitchCon. Go to twitchcon.com to find out more. Our opening song is called Groove is in the Mouth Guitars. Get it at awtfy.com. That's awtfy.com/mouth.
We're going to dance. We're going to dance. We're going to dance and have some fun. Colombia, Quito, Ecuador, Lima, Peru is in the heart. Hey, working.
R.I.P. El Gato Macho.
Gato Macho.
Oh, goddamn! Stephen Cogswell, national treasure. You beautiful people, head on over to offbeat.com right now. You, my friends, are listening to Night Attack, bringing you the best of the worst of the internet ever since 1776. My name is Brian Brushwood. I'm live in Austin, Texas, joined as always by my BFF and OAK. It's J.R.Y. Justin Robert Young. That was what? There was a good, 5 different bad impressions of songs all mashed up in that thing. Exquisitely, perfectly perfected.
Yeah. No, I think that there were 4 bad attempts that I heard, and then 1 stereo quality, absolute, amazing, impossible to tell the difference of the opening riff of Money for Nothing. Yeah.
Dude, are you sticking to your guns on this one? You still think that you've got the mouth guitar?
Undefeated. No one's. I've had everybody from the 4 corners of the earth try to send me better mouth guitars, and nobody has come close to defeating me. I think this was a pre-show bit, so you might have to go to the pre-show to understand what we're talking about.
Last week's pre-show, yeah.
What emanates out of my mouth is quite possibly history's greatest mouth guitar. Of all time.
All I want to do is scrub all of the planning, the deep, long, thought-out planning for this episode, and do nothing but a mouth guitar riff-off between the two of us. This might have to be a Scoopfest spectacular, where we're handed...
Maybe this Saturday in Las Vegas, Nevada, we will have on stage at Scoopfest a mouth guitar challenge between me, Brian. If you want to come get some, you're welcome. Anybody else in the audience, you can all come and try your luck against me, the Eddie Van Halen of mouth guitars.
And for those who doubt your virtuosic talent, just real quick, give us a little bit of that opening piano riff of Imagine. How did that go again?
I mean, again, I have a mouth guitar, not a mouth piano. So if you could give me a mouth guitar.
Sorry, what I meant was Paul McCartney's rendition of Blackbird from the Beatles.
All right, here we go. So Blackbird.
This is, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, he's the Zamfir of the pan flutes, only it's mouth guitar and his name's Justin. Truly a virtuosic skill. You heard him proclaim his championship status, performing live for you in a way that we certainly hope won't be taken down for copyright infringement by YouTube.
It might. It's happened before. It'll happen again. I mean, listen. All right, Content ID. Go ahead and take a breather. This is just me. It's not what you would, no matter what, believe it is, which is exactly the same sound that you would hear.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, Joe YouTube, this is a parody, if that's how you got to label it, to leave it up. Okay.
Boom. Gotcha.
Okay.
It's just a prank, bro.
Wait.
It's not the real CD. It's my mouth.
Nothing but pure mouth guitar as we get to the simple tapping of the opening. The
Bring, 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 bring. Bring, 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 bring. Same thing.
oh, Bonnie looks like somebody just farted in the room.
I mean, I know. You would not think that somebody could do it that good. And yet I'm alive. I'm real. Folks, do not adjust your volumes or your tuning. What is coming through is indeed in stereo.
Just one more so everybody can understand just how good you are. Let's hear the good old opening, that classic riff from the opening of Beastie Boys' Sabotage.
Oh, there we go. See, this is better. Yeah, I'm not really good with the acoustic. I can do it fine, right? but really, it's the big distorted guitars that are my favorite.
Justin, Prince of Mouths.
There we go. Mouth Prince. Justin R. Young.
I feel like I've read Prince of Mouths before.
Please, somebody register Prince of Mouth. All right.
Somebody in the chat said this is like the CB4 of mouth guitar, and I agree.
Here we go.
I feel like this is a game in the making.
I know. Stunned silence. This is what I've come to be used to. People don't understand that this talent is real, my friend.
I want to play a game where there can even be multiple choice answers, where like you just genuinely try your best, and then we have to guess which one you're going for.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it wouldn't be a game, Brian. Everyone would know immediately because I am the Prince of Mouth Guitars. Look, the Mouth Guitar King.
Are these going to be multiple choice?
Man, I have not. Look, we have a whole show planned out, and all I want to do is just challenge Justin for the next.
Now listen, we just wedded the beaks. What are the beaks?
All right,
Scoopfest, Las Vegas, Nevada, this weekend. Fuck Connor and Habib. We're gonna be the talk of Las Vegas this Saturday when I bring my legendary mouth guitar skills to bear against all comers. The Prince of Mouth takes on all comers at Scoopfest this Saturday.
The Prince of Mouth takes on all comers in the one state where prostitution is legal.
Live on stage.
Although that would be a fun game.
It's over for these hoes. In the land where prostitution is legal.
So imagine Matt Mattingly, Jacob, and Brian on stage, and people hand him a song, and we have to guess.
Okay, so you're still on the earnest track of this. Okay, I was still over on the other chain track parallel. Okay, so
hey, look, man. Heavy times.
Yeah, come on, everybody. Let's go ahead and whatever you're drinking right now, pour it all on the ground because there's been a death in the family.
Yeah, man. It's not just a death of a treasured institution, but also the death of a revolution. There was a revolution against the institution.
There was, folks. R.I.P. Google Plus officially being announced as being retired by Google, and apparently is the reason why is because
you know what? Hold on. I have a statement from Google. Here we go. It says here, after many years of redefining social media, we finally did it, and there's really no other reasons left to hang around. See you around. Sincerely, Google Plus. Thank you, Google Plus.
It was written
Absolutely.
from the desk of Google Plus, not from Google.
No, it's sorry. It says here.
It's a suicide note.
Sorry, I'm looking at the other side. P.S. I guess your revolution won, Bob, with your ASCII art of a tank. We're going back to the old version of comments.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Hey, Brian.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry. We have a new transmission coming in live on the line. Hello, is this who I think it is? Is this the spirit of Google Plus?
This is Google Plus.
Oh my, Google Plus.
Yes, it is I, the greatest social network to ever be invented. Google Plus.
So what's up, buddy? Why are you dead?
Did it all.
So you did it all. What all was on your list of to-dos?
Number one, have gifts in a social network.
Actually,
was anybody else doing that? No. Go fuck yourself, Twitter. Go fuck yourself, Instagram. Who was doing it? Me, baby. Google Plus.
I mean, not for nothing, but Google Plus was fairly instrumental, and in fact, it was only after the changes that Google Plus brought to popularizing animated GIFs that people started to, they got instituted into the UI for Twitter. That's not bad. What about your legacy? Did you ever fight that battle against people who didn't want Google Plus to be the messaging system in YouTube?
Oh, remember those jack-offs? Oh, everybody's so scared of Google Plus. We're going to ruin the comments on Facebook. Oh, Frank has an army, and there's an ASCII tank. Guess what, dickweeds? How do you think you're able to put ASCII art in the goddamn YouTube comments? Me!
Well, so you sound like you're being sarcastic, but it sounds like you feel like you defeated them handily there as well.
Yeah, they can eat my shit.
Okay, what about? I'm thinking back to the early days, the popular, influx to Google Plus. All of a sudden, there was this opportunity to have a network that wasn't Facebook, where you could decide the level of exposure you wanted to give individual posts. And do you remember that whole fad where people were changing their Facebook icon to "I've moved to Google Plus"?
Yeah, everybody hated Facebook, and they all came to Google Plus. And they were so happy they stopped using social media and Facebook died.
What? Oh, well, now this is awkward. I
remember watching the withering husk of Facebook and that fish-faced weirdo, Mark Zuckerberg, looking over his broken creation as I, Google Plus, stood with full triumph, lightning bolts sprouting out of my fingertips.
So what are you going to do now that you won?
Well, everybody was so happy with Google Plus, they reconnected, the final solution of social media. I didn't mean to use that. That was all right, moving on. The final achievement of social media. Everybody met each other and had a good time. Just move on. Everybody re-met each other in real life. And then they decided they didn't need to be connected. And so I let them into Eden. God finally realizing his creation.
I'm sorry, Google Plus. We're losing your connection, buddy. It seems like the seems like you haven't upgraded to the new version of Skype, or maybe you have, and that's the real problem. But we're definitely losing.
Wait a minute. Brian, what's happening to me?
Oh,
why am I becoming?
I think it's because nobody was using your network and you're fading away. Yeah, bad news. You'll live on as the YouTube comment system, I guess. Congratulations.
Don't forget Hangouts. That was me too, I think.
So long, Google Plus.
Reference about Hitler.
Google Plus, ladies and gentlemen. Google Plus.
Incredible. What a get.
Now I'm sad.
Nobody could really lock Google Plus down until us.
Now I'm all sad. That was like genuinely kind of like, aw. It sounded like like an ET ripoff. You know,
A GT.
Like,
Yeah.
a GT. Yeah, and then they're all
And the
just
T
like,
is a plus.
"Aw."
I'm just
It
piggybacking.
always-
No,
It
you're doing good.
always
You're doing good.
is.
Brian, for real though, that YouTube comment thing was like hot shit for about 2 weeks. Like everybody was like freaking out about how nobody was going to use YouTube anymore because they integrated Google Plus comments.
Well, and by the way, all of them decided to take advantage of the new features brought to them by the YouTube, the Google Plus commenting system, in order to draw pictures, post URLs. Like before Google Plus was the YouTube commenting system, you couldn't even post a URL, and everything was displayed only in most recent format or whatever.
Man, and now nobody even talks about it. What do you think was like the biggest tempest in a teapot social media controversy?
Whether or not Peach was going to take down Google Plus, everybody knew. Peach fever, they caught it.
I don't know if that's a controversy or just a moment.
I mean, it was a disappointment, that's for sure. I'll tell you what, man. Like Google Plus, though, I was invested in trying to make that work because I guess I got somehow on the list of recommended, like, well, you're new to Google Plus. What say you follow these people? Here's a guy named Brian Brushwood.
Yeah, and by the way, for real, like, Veronica got put on like the Twitter list when Twitter first started, and now Veronica there is like a steady amount of income that Veronica has to either accept or push away based solely on, hey, you have all these Twitter followers because for so long you were a recommended follow. Would you like to take money to just tweet out an ad? And she can make that decision. So what you are explaining right now is a real, like, that is a job strategy, right? Like you got put on the sacred scrolls.
Well, and we've seen friends, for example, your friend of mine, Trey Ratcliffe, really made a career. Like Google Plus seemed to be surviving as a photography community space, and he also was recommended and just had all of the followers, gazillions of them, and seemed to be doing really, really well there. And it's weird because I can't point to anything about Google Plus that I didn't really like, and that wasn't definitely better than Facebook, except for the giant data breach that just happened. That part was not great.
Although at that point, I mean,
welcome to the club, LOL.
Exactly, except for Ping.
Ping. Oh my God.
Undefeated.
All right, but so hold on. Was there a moment, Brian, when you realized, because again, you had a lot invested in this. This was like an opportunity for you to have a gigantic platform and spread the good word, because everybody who's on Google Plus would know about Brian Brushwood. Was there a moment that you looked out into the wasteland and said, man, you want to know what? This is not worth my time, despite the fact that it is a gigantic upside.
True thing. You want to see? At some point, I know I stopped posting. I don't know when that was, and I guess it's still up for now.
So you can go back in time right now and find out the moment that Brian Brushwood stopped caring on Google Plus.
Also, okay, well, first of all, I'm going to guess the fact that I have a default background. Despite having 1.6 million Google Plus followers, I have the default background because when they changed that, oh my God. My last post was September 23rd, 2016.
And I'm going to say it's very likely that these were made because these are Modern Rogue episodes, early Modern Rogue episodes.
This is me like diving in because I want to press all the buttons and get all the word out on Modern Rogue because we just launched. That would have been the month that we launched the channel.
September 23rd, 2016.
So what was I talking about back when I cared? So there's post for an episode, post of an episode, post of an episode, post of an episode.
Here's a really good fire eating trick, and it's an image or GIF.
Yep, that's me sharing something from Reddit. Holy cow, that's February.
Can you beat the heat with the inventor of the Scoville scale, Wilbur Scoville? Hashtag Google Doodle. Fire.
Yeah, that was
fire,
me
fire.
pressing a default button saying share. And I was like, okay, that seems like content I could do. Oh, my God.
Dance on. Fucking dance on.
Dance Showdown. Yeah.
Dance Showdown, yeah. What is Dance on?
Wow.
Discovery VR.
Okay, right on.
This all still promoting stuff. Pretty much everything.
There's
family
my
car.
Christmas card. Hey guys, me and the family made you a Christmas card. Hope you
But
enjoyed
even
it.
then, that's one of your things that you elevate to the level of I need to promote it like I would a product.
Yeah, like I care about sharing that with the entire world. So that's
Fridays,
almost 3
Dance
years
School
ago.
Remix.
Advertisement.
Books.
Advertisement.
And now
I got to appear on You're Not So Smart.
Well,
now-
yeah.
Your BB-8 promotion.
Yep. No. God, my God. This is.
Wow.
I'm
Why
nothing
would
but a
anybody
shill.
not want to follow you?
So,
on
by the way,
internet?
we are now into 2015.
Here we
All
go.
right, we're
The
back.
summer of 2015.
May 22, 2015. This looks to be an enthusiastic post. Just taught this song to my children. It is buzzsongs.com/song/diarrhea song.
This is okay. This is quite literally.
This is the moment.
This is the last thing.
May 22nd, 2015. This was the moment that you stopped caring about Google Plus.
This is the last thing
Teaching
I
your
did.
children what song?
This song.
The song from Parenthood, I guess.
Yeah. Here you go.
Give me-
Diarrhea, diarrhea. When you're sliding in the third and well, you juice it turd, diarrhea, diarrhea. When you're sliding in the home and your shirts are full of foam, diarrhea, diarrhea. When you're sitting in your Chevy and your shirts are feeling heavy, diarrhea, diarrhea.
Yeah. All right. That would be the last non-commercial, non-promotional post I ever made.
Well, and I'll also say, if we're talking about trends, I've noticed every 12 or 18 months or so, it's paced down now.
Ugh.
Every so often on Twitter, Brian, you'll make the ... poop tweet.
Wait. Still?
Well,
That's
that's a trend that I
mean-
noticed over a while. You would do it pretty regularly.
You know what? If we're following Google Trends, me going heh, poop is on the downswing, but me saying here's a hug is on the upswing. Like that's increasingly
No,
getting.
I just noticed you've changed because you offended somebody who pooped one time, and
Why?
then you stopped tweeting about poops.
How did I offended somebody who pooped?
Yeah.
Moving on, and
I don't know what this is.
all right,
Oh, this is great.
let's-
Actually, this is the one thing I love. This animated GIF of I tweeted when Salvador Dali said it's a shame that so little of what could happen does happen. Pretty sure he was referring to this, and you see somebody pouring Cheetos, and out
Those
comes
are Cheerios,
a snake.
actually.
Sorry, yeah, not
Completely
Cheetos.
different product.
Cheerios. Yeah,
that is on. I will say this: Google Plus is survived by the fact that they were right about GIFs. They were the first social network to say no. GIFs are not only a viable format, but a format that we should push forward on. Now it's like standard on most keyboards for everything, right? And Hangouts. But then again, even at the moment that they announced Google Plus, we knew that Hangouts was going to be its own thing that should be its own thing.
Okay, so we looked at Brian's
Uh-oh.
stream.
Justin,
I found your stream of
Yes.
posts.
I also had a Google Plus.
What do you think your last post was? This was I'll give you the date. This was June 21st, 2015. So you gave up way before Brian did.
No. His was May. Oh no, I mean gave up as in stop.
Very
posting.
end, very last post. Yeah.
your very last post. And your
2015.
last post
2015.
was a promotional post as well.
It was, and it was something worth promoting.
You want to know? I have no idea. I mean, I had to be here. I had to be in California at
Correct.
the time. Was it the Diamond Club book? No, that was longer than
That's
3 years ago.
That's way older. It was this episode. It was an episode of Weird Things when we had Chris Kenner on. Weird Things with Andrew Main, Chris Kenner, and Justin Robert Young. And then here's the cool thing about Google Plus is that none of this is really like a link. So it's just the word weird things. Maybe that's something that was depreciated. April 2015, trying the extreme
this was when I
rules.
was streaming wrestling pay-per-views. I was doing
Wrestling.
reaction streams to wrestling pay-per-views, and I was just plugging Jury and that.
Jury
I
and
guess
weird
for whatever
things.
reason, I thought that Google Plus was the place that I needed to let everybody know that I was live streaming wrestling reactions.
Yeah. Hashtag Hangouts on air. Though, were these even done over
Oh,
Hangouts?
I guess that's how I was streaming them at the time.
Ah.
All right,
Yeah.
here's my question, Bryce. Did you ever post?
I'm sure I did. We'll pull it up. I don't know how often I used it.
I feel like I'm gonna get zinged here.
We're not. We don't know if
Okay.
you've got something tasty.
So mine are more recent, and that's mostly because of YouTube stuff. Because YouTube has a checkbox that says make a Google Plus post.
Oh yeah, and you're like,
So-
oh, let's reach all
Wait,
those.
by
Google
the way,
Plus
you
people.
know you have a failed social network when you have the largest video platform in the world and nobody can bother to click the box right next to the two other boxes that they almost always click between Facebook and Twitter.
And so the last two are YouTube video posts. They are me when I accidentally uploaded Cord Killers to my personal YouTube account.
Perfect.
And
Perfect.
the 10-hour cut of the Sharkle sound effect that I put on my YouTube account.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What is the Sharkle sound effect
Let's
again?
go ahead and let's take a look at that.
Longest episode of Night Attack ever. Just leave this running from now on.
So let's see some other stuff. That sounds that cool. I think that's another YouTube video. I was doing some Twitch stream stuff. Yeah, this is all just YouTube stuff, just auto posting.
Bonnie, do you remember ever posting any one thing?
I don't think so. Although I was interested in the Google Hangouts, but I never learned how to do them. That's back when I had Callie. So like,
You know what? Just moving right along.
wait, what?
No, it's
Why
You
y'all
actually,
making-
there's some good stuff
there's
in
some
here.
real stuff here.
Oh, what?
Uh-oh. Looks like the only person who really took this shit seriously is Bonnie Brushwood.
So like originally shared by Brian Brushwood, so you would like share Brian's posts and add your own. So like like Facebook share, you would share stuff. Monkeys in the Himalayas. Let's see. Originally shared by Brian Brushwood.
Oh, there's photos of Josie.
What?
Oh, that's cute.
Look, you were unironically using Google Plus.
Wait, that wasn't me. That was John. And then I guess I reshared it. That was his picture.
John,
Oh.
John.
John Tilton.
Tilton.
Oh,
Yeah,
right
this
on.
has to be one of the greatest photos of all time.
Aw.
Cool.
Yeah. Ninjon Tilted.
Shocking before and after
Okay, that
transformation
is
in 5
not
hours.
me.
Oh no, that's definitely you because it's real. It was real clever. They do the after photo before, and then they show how to make a bad before photo.
And I put my
And that's it. And now you've reached the
That's
end.
it. We saw all
You
of the
had
posts, actually.
7 posts.
Wow. I just kind of forgot about it. I didn't know how to use it. It wasn't like people said, come hang out. I'm like, I don't know how. Because I have a baby and it's hard to figure this stuff out when people are on your breast.
Man,
You know, I think you
man,
say that a
I
lot
think
of
we
times.
can all relate to that, Bonnie.
I
And you know what? If speaking, get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Get lost! Tell you what, man. Talking about being on the tit, you know who's on the tit? We're on the tit. We're on the tit of needing
Yeah.
your support.
Money tit. It's squeezing out nickels and dimes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's very painful.
Someone please make the pitch.
So would somebody please just clip Bonnie screaming, "Oh my God!" in horror.
Yeah, man. A lot of people don't know this about us, but we survive entirely based on your donations over at patreon.com/nightattack. That's how you can keep us loud, live, and independent. And every so often, we get the opportunity to shout out your name, randomly selected, in a little segment we like to call...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Night Attack new Patreon name chant corner hour.
Man, we got Hollywood royalty. That's all I can assume. Did you know that Paul Lynde had a child?
The Hollywood, the Secret Square, Paul Lynde?
Yes, I assume. I mean,
Paul Lynde.
yeah. I assume that's who it is because somebody became a brand new Patreon, and his name is Ken Lynde.
Ken Lynde. Ken Lynde.
Oh my God! I can't do a good Paul Lynde impression at all, but I assume you're just like him.
Ken Lynde. Ken Lynde. Ken Lynde.
I liked you in the Scooby-Doo episodes. You were great. I mean, your dad was. If it's your dad.
Oh, Ken Lynde. 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 Ken Lynde.
That's the worst rendition of the opening guitar riff of Norwegian Wood I've ever heard.
Ken Lynde. Ken Lynde. Ken Lynde. Ken Lynde. Ken Lynde. Ken.
Thank you, Ken Lynde.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Also, hey, we stream live on twitch.tv/Night Attack every Tuesday. You can support us for free if you have Twitch Prime. It is use it or lose it money. If you go to twitch.tv/Night Attack, connect your Twitch Prime account to a Twitch account, and you can subscribe to us for free, like the old tale of Curtis LaRock.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Curtis LaRock, he called me the other day. He said, you know what's better than free stealing money from the richest man on the planet?
Yeah. You know, it might be Kyle who told me that when you're looking to steal from a rich man, it's Chopkins 98 whose plan you need to follow.
That's right. And Chopkins 98, he said, listen, I was talking to Depotovoid, and we decided we're going to steal money from Jeff Bezos and with free subscriptions because it's real money taken out of his pockets. And I don't want to be a stoic squirrel about none of this, but we got to take some action hardcore.
No, I'm going to be an emotional squirrel. I'm going to be a real Zaxxus MK.
Sooth.
Listen, you don't have to be a soothsayer to let me know that this is the way to go.
Yeah, man. Just Jared Jensen it up, as we say around the campfire, and give us a pledge like Trey Warren. Thank you, Trey.
That's just Trey Ward. Those other ones were us weaving the story together, but also thank you, Trey Ward.
Also, shout out to It Might Be Kyle and Acornusk, who both gifted 5 subs all at once. Thank you guys
Hells
very much.
yeah!
Holy shit. And also, of course, you can be our bit boss by the end of the episode. If you donate your bits, we'll shout you out at the end. Right now, it might be Kyle in the lead with 1,000 bits.
It might be Kyle.
Man, bits sound expensive. You know what? That's more of a Shelbyville game. I don't think you guys can compete.
So this is a looser sort of game here. This was sent in from Adam, aka
Not make moral judgments.
It's okay. This is from Adam, aka Speed Demon in the chat.
Okay, hold on. Just lodge this.
Okay.
No spoilers. No going anywhere. Swear to God, Justin.
Yeah.
Have you seen Venom?
No.
We'll talk about it later. And go.
I did read the spoilers on the end credit scene. And I think it's really awesome when you have to have the character say the name of his character at the end, just so everybody knows that it's the character.
Put in a little...
Why are we interrupting this bit?
I will say that I saw the first hour of Justice League. I finally saw the first hour of Justice League on the plane. It's pretty amazing.
But I'm just going to put a symbiotic pin in that one.
There's a moment in Justice League where Batman is in one of his Batmobiles.
What?
And he says, I didn't bring a sword. And he starts firing guns because that's a thing that Batman's known to do is fire guns at people. It's pretty great.
I would love to play the game and wait until the movie draft to talk about all of this.
Okay, well Batman
Chumley is saying Batman hates guns. No, apparently he only hates guns when they're not connected to a car that he can. Maybe it's only like on the steering wheel when he's like, it's like how you adjust your volume on one of them fancy new cars.
Yeah.
Like, but it's that, but with a gun. He's got one of those.
You know what
little-
it is? He hates relying on his own precision aim for things.
Yeah.
That's why he loves to, I don't know, use machine guns to carve out holes in sides of buildings so his jet-fueled vehicle can bash in on them.
Except in this one, he's definitely shooting at humanoid creatures and trying to kill them with gunfire.
You know what? He's not yet. I think he's just trying to open them up. He's like, I think what he said, Batmobile, open their hearts. And then there was just a bit of a Siri Alexa mix up. And next thing you know, he's like, well, you technically did what I asked you to.
Yeah. And then Alfred's like, fooled you.
Because
Arnold
Alfred,
playing? Is that Arnold
Alfred
playing
is
Alfred?
Dark Helmet from Spaceballs.
Yes, yeah. And then he says, remember Spaceballs?
because bats are dumb.
All right. Hey, game time. Right?
We're done.
You're done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got a game from Adam, aka Speed Damon, and I'm calling it Jargon and the Jargonauts. He sent along a very long list of office place jargon, and some of these people know, right? Like dog fooding, right? Is when you test your own software products, or
Of course, everybody knows this. Why would I not know this?
That Brian, that's a common phrase. Is to eat your own dog
To eat
food.
your
Is
dog
the
food.
Yes, I totally knew that, and that's why I'm disdainful that you would even act for like a second. Anyone on this panel wouldn't have already known that. I'm offended, sir.
or like eat the frog, or to 86 something, right? Like there are some bits of jargon a lot of us know.
Everybody knows that.
I mean, Brian. I mean, we all know what 86ing is, but if you wanted to describe to everybody, since this is a common knowledge thing, what it is to 86 somebody.
That's where you curl up in a ball, ashamed of yourself, and lean up against the butt of a larger person next to you.
And there we go. Exactly. So we all know these.
We all know that to 86 somebody is to curl up into a ball and lay next to an hourglass figured human being.
Yeah, well, or with gigantic butt cheeks. Yay, whichever.
Why do they have to be jargon?
Or with gigantic butt cheeks laying on their side.
They have to. I mean, the butt cheeks have to be big enough that your head to your curled up bottom side has to be roughly of equivalent side. It's something that hobbits and giants do.
Yeah, or Sir Mix-a-Lot while they were putting in the gigantic butts of Baby Got Back.
Correct.
That famous nap.
Time Lives 100 famous naps are available now. So we're gonna play a real simple game. I'm gonna give you guys a term, and you guys are both gonna give me what you think what the definition of that term is, and whoever's closest, as determined by science, will get a point.
Well,
And whoever's the most points will win.
This is
and
going to
win.
be so obvious that look, some
I'm-
people have called me the Justin Robert Young of knowing what industry terms are. So when you think of Zamfir of the mouth guitar.
The Prince of Mouths.
Apparently, princeofmouths.com is now live.
Oh.
Speaking
Hold on,
of
wait.
the Prince of Mouths, how does that famous Prince song 1999 begin?
Well, I mean, of course, the famous guitar riff goes.
That's how it goes.
Right? I mean, exactly. Dude, nailed it. Man, there's the thing. It's like, when you're me, you have to realize that, like, once you've murdered it so much, everyone's now dead. And, like, you think that that's a metaphor, but the silence confirms it.
I mean, it's so weird because somebody, not me, but somebody else was saying that 1999 went more like. But you're saying
Fuck is that? What
What
the
is that?
fuck?
Is that a little korg? You got a little korg, a little moog?
Is that call waiting or? Come on,
I mean,
get the fuck out. I mean, what, Brian? Can we edit this out? Like, this is embarrassing.
Like, it's supposed to be mouth guitar.
Yeah.
so I mean, look, take it to the guy out
sound-
on the
that was
street.
more of a urethra flute.
Well, okay, you know what, and this is, I don't want to get in the middle of it, but there was definitely somebody who claimed that you could not do the opening riffs of the Doors' Break On Through to the Other Side.
Well, I mean, that's ridiculous. Of course, I mean, listen, you keep saying opening riffs. I know the main riff. I mean, like the one that everybody knows. I'm sorry, audiophile. You with all your deep cuts. I just know what everybody knows about Break On Through to the Other Side. It is
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Good
I mean,
shit.
that's what you say when somebody just fucking slays it. You have nothing else to say, so your body just wheezes an emission of "yeah, okay," because that's the only thing. It's like a natural human reaction when your body's been wrung totally empty like a toothpaste tube. It just goes, "Oh yeah, okay."
It's also a good impression of me saying that. Okay. So, getting choked up. Excuse me. So I'm gonna.
I know. Bryce, it's not the first time. It won't be the last. There is no after effects of my amazing talent.
Of
Let's
the
play
Prince
game.
of Mouse. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a term. You're gonna tell me what you think it means. All right, Brian.
Yep.
We're gonna start with you.
Can I chime in with the opening of never mind. Just yes.
Okay.
Okay. Ready.
All right. So your term is job stopper.
A job stopper?
Job stopper.
An everlasting job stopper. He's like the party bomb of the room, man. Or she just shows up, grinds everything to a halt. If he or she is in your group, everlasting job stopper. You don't want it? You shuffle them to someone else. So long, jerk.
So what is it that person does to the group dynamic?
There fails to contribute,
Okay, so they-
distracts from the task at hand,
Okay. Yeah.
and probably sings a lot of really bad mouth guitar.
Yeah. Like how? Oh, that is really
Hypothetically,
bad. That is really
that was a
bad.
totally hypothetical example.
Of course. All right.
Is that a duck? By a crossbow? Get weird.
Justin, tell me what you think a job stopper is.
What was that? Job stopper, obviously, is when you're done with a job. This is the one last task on the checklist that needs to be done before the task is done. This is why it's office jargon, because it's like, sure, you do the initial spreadsheets, but once we get to the final sound sweetening, that's the job stopper.
All right, so like the final step, the opposite of square
Final
one.
step, the one that ends that one job.
Okay. Well, according to this list, a job stopper is a noun. It is a tattoo on a part of the body that isn't covered by business casual attire. The job stopper. They stop you from getting the job.
Oh, so this is like having a sleeve that goes below the sleeve, or a neck tattoo.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, great!
Or your face
You
tattoos.
can't be a middle management. Now you have to be the lead character in Dusk Till Dawn. Way to go, jerk! Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're unable to take your application at this time, Lil Wayne.
Oh, I'm sorry. Award-winning one-man shows is more your style, former heavyweight champion. Goodbye.
You know, sometimes this is not always a very visual medium, but this is the most like clear cut.
His name. Hold on, pause. What other things did this heavyweight champion do, Brian?
Well, I don't know. Maybe go find yourself a cameo in a multi-million-dollar movie. Or I don't know, maybe license your name to a Nintendo cartridge and make all the money on the planet. Oh, here's one for you, asshole. Maybe you belong as the kind of person that would inspire a tune from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's more your speed.
Which, of course, was called...
I mean, I know the name's Mike Tyson. I'm trying to be clever about it. I'm sorry.
The joke answer we were looking for was like Mike. All right. Justin, we're gonna start with you. I'm gonna say the closest one.
I think I can beat John Cena.
No, that's what we were looking for.
There we go. Brian, we're gonna give you the point on that one. A distracting person doesn't get the job done, unlike Justin's answer, which is about
yeah,
getting
no.
the job done.
His work solving mysteries. Yeah, with the parody of the Mystery Machine Gang. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Justin, we're gonna start with you on this one. Your term is duck shove.
Duck what?
Duck shove.
A duck shove.
Duck shove. Yeah. SHOVE. Duck shove.
That's when you sabotage somebody on your team, right? Because you want to you want to push them into the wolves, right? But you're ducking while you do it, so you're not caught, right? So it's like you're under the sight line of your group metaphorically, but you're shoving them off the side of the cliff.
A real theatrical sort of sabotage.
Well, no, you're stealth, right? Like you're maybe even like kind of like military like squat walking as you push two hands on their buttocks firmly over the edge of the metaphorical cliff.
Okay, Brian, what do you think a duck shove is?
From the context I've heard so far and the sound effects, I'm going to assume that everything is in the realm of the professional environment, right?
Yeah, this is our office jargon.
Yeah, okay, so that feels like duck would be a office-appropriate substitute for the word fuck, and now I'm trying to figure out what fuck shoving would be.
Or that, wait, you're not going to find what the office equivalent for shove would be?
Yeah, what do you think?
Fuck fallen. Yeah, okay.
Fuck fallen?
Fuck shoveling?
I'm fuck fallen for you, Janet.
Fucking, man, is a, cause
well, you know, if I had a lasso, I'd take the moon, I'd lasso it right down for you. I'm fuck shoving for you.
Duck shove. I'm trying to think of rhyming slang. I'm afraid to say I think Justin nailed it. But maybe he's just duck shoving me.
He's out there in the Silicon Valley. It's a weird bird for you.
Duck shove.
Duck shove. I'm gonna give you.
This is kick. Okay. This is
4.
specifically. Justin put it in the context of sabotaging someone else's project.
Yes.
I'm going to say this is kicking somebody out of your group. You're duck shoving them. Like you're all in a cluster and somebody has to eat the shit. You don't want it to be you, so you give them the old webbed-footed duck shove.
Oh, I see. To kick someone
To
out of the
kick
group.
somebody forward.
I mean,
What?
seems awfully close.
Yours, I think, was more sabotaging, setting someone up to fail, not necessarily ejecting. I think
but all right, so
mine
Brian is doing it in the open.
Right,
This is-
yeah, correct.
You are
Like,
gone
open
from the group.
like,
admonition.
We're
Okay,
all
that's good.
clucking around, and somebody's got to take the fall, so you fucking duck shove someone out.
Got you. All right, got you.
Right, via this list, duck shove is a noun. Wait, no, it's not. It's a verb. The act of passing a difficult question or task to an unsuspecting third party, as in, I duck shoved that paperwork over to Jonathan.
Here's the question.
I'm gonna get. Science has determined that Brian is gonna get the point on duck shove.
What the fuck? How is that not sabotaging?
No.
Because it's I think ejecting.
I used it as a throwing somebody from the group under the bus, and you said
Well, no,
sabotage them like they were in the middle of a thing.
Look, science is infallible.
Yeah, science is infallible, Justin.
Fine, whatever. Let's move it on.
We have more. We can go through these. Okay, here we go.
God, I'm feeling so bad about myself. I want to curl up next to two sideways butt cheeks.
Brian, we're starting with you on this one. It is TLA. It is an acronym.
TLA?
TLA.
And we have to guess what the acronym stands for, right?
Sure. TLA. Oh, this marker's almost dry. Get a pen. TLA.
That's Titus's Lasting Army, a rumored fifth column of business that will forever take down mercantilism from the inside. Whenever there's something, it's like the Sasquatch of business. When something goes wrong, you don't blame Snowball. You don't blame the CEO. You just shrug and go, TLA, man.
TLA, bro.
Universally known amongst business titans, it's Titan's Last Army.
Titus's
Last
army.
The hidden fifth
Army.
column.
It goes back to the
What are
Roman
the other four
Republic.
columns of business?
Well, I mean, whatever. They're all gone now, thanks to that fifth column.
Wait,
that was Titus's revenge. His fifth column took him down from within.
I'm sorry. I thought you were describing a catch-all for everything unexplainable.
Oh, no. Fifth column is a inside betrayal. So this is Titus's Last Army, the fifth column of business.
Okay, a lot of lore on this answer. Justin, TLA.
You're gonna feel so embarrassed when I turn out to be 100% right. Like you're probably gonna mouth guitar of a solo of regret. It'll sound like Black Water from the Doobie Brothers.
That's great. That is a good one.
Yeah, Bryce, I know. I'm the Prince of Mouths. Yeah, I know it's great. I heard it.
TLA.
Oh.
TLA is, of course, tangentially limited acquisitions. These are whenever you're about to find a thing and you're like, well, I mean, there's some tangents that are going to be involved, and also we're limited in our scope. Tangentially limited acquisitions, TLA.
Fun fact.
Did that answer mean anything?
Literally what Titus said before taking down the four other columns. Like, I'm just putting it out there. Like, when you're right, you're right.
He attacked the column.
And though Titus said unto his fallen foes, this is a tangentially limited application.
All right. TLA stands for three-letter acronym. There's no time to say the whole three words, even when complaining about acronyms.
Okay, but what is the three-letter acronym? That's we
three-letter
understand. We
acronym.
understand.
We get it.
Question,
It's a three-letter acronym,
but you
got
got to give which one of us is right.
Yeah.
We get that it's a three-letter acronym.
Okay.
We understand it.
TLA does stand for three-letter. It's not just a three-letter. It
Fuck it,
stands
are
for
you-
three-letter.
Who said the three-letter acronym?
Right.
No,
Correct.
What is a three-letter acronym?
Well, okay, that's our question to you. You can't ask us what the three-letter acronym is. We gave it to you. It's either Titus's Last Army,
Lasting Army,
or
tangentially
limited
limited
acquisition.
acquisitions. We're gonna give that one to tangentially limited acquisitions because it is also nonsense. Justin's got 1 point on the board.
so I got punished
Yeah,
for
baby!
having a sensible story.
Way too much lore.
Makes sense.
All right, we're gonna start with
Fucking
Justin.
science, man.
Fucking
Fucking science.
Justin, we're starting with you. Tell me about kilting. Kilting. Kilting.
Oh man, well, kilting is when, like a kilt, like the article of clothing favored by the Scots. You take your kilt and you don't wear underwear. So this is like a show of vulnerability, that you are flamboyant in your appearance, and yet you are vulnerable underneath. This is when you're doing in business. This is when you are making a big demonstration, and yet beyond a very thin veneer, you are freeballing, metaphorically.
Okay. Okay.
I think Justin has the right metaphor insofar as it has the word kilt, but he has completely misconstrued the
meaning of such an act.
Specifically, in the dog-eat-shark world, in the Dog Sharknado 12 of business.
No, everyone, like, just this is a folks. Like, this is your boiler room speech of like, hey guys, this is a dog-eat-shark team. This is a dog-eat-shark world. So I don't give a fuck if you're a Shar-Pei or if you're a Basset Hound. We're diving into the ocean and we're eating a full shark today.
That's kind of where I'm headed. So specifically, I'm gonna say that in general, when somebody Justin is I'm not sure his nuanced definition, but here's what I'm almost certain it means is somebody feels like it unfairly shows their ass out there. It unnecessarily like, hey man, we don't want to show our ass on this. That's a risk we don't need to take. Let's not go kilting on this. So like let's be. I understand we want to get out there. I understand that we want to do this in a bold way, but I don't want to do it in a way that exposes us to undue harm as a business. Let's not go kilting on this one.
So you're saying that you would not want to kilt,
correct?
Because it would be embarrassing to be seen.
Well, no,
or to do the thing.
It would reflect a lack of prudence that I think that we members of the upper echelon of this business, I think we're above kilting quite like that.
Okay, I see. Kilting is a verb, which means to make preparations for the Scottish market. Science says Justin gets that point. In this
Tied,
game of
baby.
Jargon and the Jargonauts. It's tied 2-2. We go to our final round. It's worth 1 point because you guys are tied.
It's worth 0.001 points. It's worth 1 angstrom, the smallest ever a number of points in the history of all games.
A micro point, a mini point. All right. We're going to start with Brian on this one. A Babylonian orgy. Babylonian orgy, Brian.
All right, hear me out.
Yeah. In this dog-eat-shark world.
As we all know, one of the greatest texts about responsible fiscal management is called The Richest Man in Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
As I suspect, the author, Richard Clausen, was known to have an orgasm for every chapter he wrote.
Mm-hmm.
And thus, anyone who became wealthy was credited for having completed a Babylonian orgy, which meant he fucked other millionaires. So, if you want to have a Babylonian orgy, you're going to have to fuck a lot of richest people in Babylon.
So you're saying, just so that I'm clear, you're saying that this is...
No! Oh, no, wait! It's a bukkake of eggs. That's what it is. Because in that book, they talk about what happens if you put an egg in a basket every morning, or 10 eggs in a basket every morning, and only take out 9 eggs in the evening. And the answer is, of course, before you know it, the basket is overflowing with eggs, which is a metaphor for why you should keep 10% of your revenue for yourself. You want to have a Babylonian orgy, which means you act like the richest man in Babylon, and you hold 10% of your holdings back, and before you know it, you got a fucking bukkake of cash.
Okay, so
so there's no actual orgy. It's just like an egg thing.
I mean, how do you think you pay for the orgy? Of course there's an orgy at the end.
Okay. Orgy at end. Okay, Justin. Babylonian orgy.
So like a Babylonian orgy is a merging of multiple divisions. So now you have all these different corporate divisions, right? And you know, many times people think that these are too obtuse or you're like making redundant different tasks. And so a Babylonian orgy is when you just decide, no. We're reorging everything. Now 8 divisions become 1 division. And the only thing that can metaphorically represent that is a no holes barred, sweaty, ejaculate sprayed everywhere like a Gallagher show orgy.
So it does also end with an orgy.
No, well, this is a metaphorical orgy.
Metaphorical.
But it ends with everybody. They show up on Monday cleaning the cum off their desks because now they're all one.
Metaphorical orgy at end. Okay. A Babylonian orgy is described as a boring conference that is out of town, only applicable if the participant won't enjoy a single minute of the time away. A Babylonian orgy.
Wait. What do they got against Babylonia?
Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on. Were Babylonians boring?
Yeah. They sounded like they had some of the richest people there.
Well, is that really?
According to this book I read.
I don't you know what? I don't make the rules and I don't make the science. But
Oh wow, so this one's gonna be a tough. We're gonna have to really go to the remainders to figure out what science thing.
we really have to hit all of the decimal points to figure out the science of this one.
All right, hold on, everybody. Give Bryce a little bit. He's got to apply science to all this. So
Justin,
if you're just joining us,
do you think this will be the first ever tie game we've ever had in the history of this show?
Right. The science will be clear. Science has no tie.
Okay, all right. Right on. Huh. From the chat, Speedman says they did kind of make the Jews slaves.
Good. Oh, yeah. Okay,
Well,
I'm gonna add that
that'll
to the
kill
formula.
Okay.
Babylon equals bad. Okay.
You're about to start your orgy, and they're like, "Hey, didn't we make the Jews slaves?" And they're like, "Well, I mean, who wants to fuck now?"
MDTA UK says Bryce waiting for his PayPal balance to change.
Okay.
I don't have my phone.
Okay. Well, we can't head into tie game. That's not how these games work.
Oh.
We have to have a winner. We have to have a loser every week.
Wait. Maybe it would help because since we are waiting. If you heard this. Waiting is the hardest part by Tom Petty. Of course, everybody knew that because it's a fucking perfect reproduction of the opening riff of Waiting by Tom Petty. I know, stunned silence. I don't want this to affect the final results. But just please, Bryce, go ahead. I know it was ostentatious. We've been doing a lot of it. I'm the Prince of Mouths. I'll be taking on all comers in Las Vegas this Saturday at Scoopfest. I'm sorry. I wanted to let everybody get a little taste.
Sure.
Their beaks a little bit.
All right, so I've crunched the numbers. I've gotten back. That's not a guitar part. That's a keyboard
Van
part.
Halen. Was that Van Halen?
Okay, fair enough. Hold on. Give me one goddamn moment.
Okay. We're looking for guitar riffs.
All right. Here we go. Brian gets one moment. He just did Van Halen. He's going to try and pad his lead.
All right. Bum, 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 bum. Jung jung jugga jugga jung jung jugga jung 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 jugga jung jung jugga jugga jung jung jugga jugga jung jung jugga jung 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 jugga jung 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 jung. Words are spoken. Those aren't lyrics.
Like a bridge over troubled waters. Famous. Simon and Garfunkel.
You started off doing a really good one-wing angel there.
I got one last.
You got one last one? Okay.
Okay.
We're really gonna do all.
All right, here we go. This is it. Jesus, how did it go? Fuck. Ba-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na. Ba-da-da-da-da. Beep boo-doo-doo-doo. Ba-da-da-da-da. Beep boo-doo-doo-doo.
There we go. Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why. I'll tell you what, Brian, I mean, like, you are nailing it. I thought I was good. I mean, you're not as good as me, but you're pretty fucking good.
I gotta say, Brian, that was such a good rendition that we're gonna give you the game.
Oh, shit! What an upset!
Boo, where's my thing? A really good version of Maneater.
Oh, I didn't hear it initially. You're right. It was Maneater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, listen, you want to know what? You beat me in this game about office jargon.
Fair and
I
square.
will be honored to face you on stage this Saturday in Las Vegas.
What are we doing?
Battle of the Mouths.
Oh, Justin, what are we doing?
Scoopfest. Get your tickets right now because no one has ever seen mouth guitar played like you're going to see it right here in Vegas this Saturday.
You know, sometimes we go into these shows and I'm like, man, we really just need to get together and talk about what we're going to do on these live shows. But boy, howdy, I think we've got it. Thank you to Speed Demon for sending this in. He's going to get a free sticker pack from stickersordif.com. If you got a game or a bit idea, send it to mail@nightattack.tv. And if you have an email, we're going to read those a little bit later in the show. Mail@nightattack.tv. Thank you guys. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Make him a maid of peaches. Yeah, dude, fucking,
good.
you're killing it right now, man. I thought, Jesus. Let's go to Diamond Time. Diamond Time. Sorry, Reddit.com again. Diamondclub.reddit.com is where you post it. It's right there at the top of the page. Very understated as our first one tonight. Science, the new graphic novel from the creators of Jupiter Jet and the podcast Geek History Lesson. Jason Inman and Ashley Victoria Robinson is crowdfunding right now and only has a few more days left. Check it out. Has a diverse cast of characters, science fiction action, and it's just plain fun. Go to sciencecomicbook.com.
Hells yeah. King Joey 52A says, hey guys, Diamond Scoop here, letting you know that Scoopfest is this week. Mike will be there.
It?
Brian and Justin will be there. Penn Jillette will be there. Man, how do you think we could take down Penn Jillette in our mouth guitar jamboree? If you're in Las Vegas, you should totally come. And by Las Vegas area, I am driving from Sacramento, so you have no excuse. I've even got a special offer for you. If you go to heyscoops.com/nightattack, you can save $40 on Scoopfest tickets. 3 days of podcasting fun in lovely Las Vegas. We'll see you soon.
Shouldn't we have known about this link? This is a good deal.
It is a very good deal. And
we did know about it.
But you know, the only thing
I've been looking for a URL to give people for a month.
The only thing better than this deal is the smug satisfaction of knowing you're supporting independent podcasters and friends of the show at Ice Cream Social.
Yes. HeyScoops.com.
That's enough for me.
For the record, we did yell out this URL when we first got it. I do know that we did do it at least on Twitter.
Okay. One more time. HeyScoops.com/nightattack.
But also, to be honest, support an event like this with your extra $40.
This is one of those things where it's like, look, if $40 is going to make the difference between going and not going, then fine, go ahead and do that. But when you personally know the name of every person who will benefit, and spoiler alert, it's not the three of us from a cash basis. We're there to support them. They're great, and all of us should, pay full price if we can.
Rob ×4 writes, since half of Diamond Time is Brian and Justin complaining about how long these are, I'll keep this short and sweet. I'll even include an easy bit.ly link for Brian and Justin to read.
All right, Justin, would you knock it? Jesus, these okay. No time. We're out of time. They're too fucking long. I wrote a song about it. It goes dun dun da 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 da.
Mother, tell your children not to walk my way.
No, it was Plush by Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh, what the?
I thought it was a great
Really?
Danzig's Mother.
No, I thought it was Mother, right? No,
Yeah,
keep
That
going.
would be the vocal part.
Yeah, I know. I was singing over the riff
Yeah.
you were laying
You're
down.
doing a very good job.
Tell
Tell your children not to walk my way.
Yeah, right. Wait, that's not what it is.
Is that not, okay.
No.
Wait a minute, hold on. So all these that we've been singing over top of have been the riffs that you were laying down, right?
You're not like, you don't have a tape recorder over there, do you?
The URL is bit.ly/bit.ly link for NA, and the capital B, capital N, capital A.
You know what that is a bit.ly link to?
What?
Yeah, it's to apparently the bit.ly link. I didn't know that this was publicly available. You can see what the... Oh, wait, what does it
No.
do for you guys?
It takes me to bit.ly. It just takes me to bit.ly.
Oh, okay. It took me to my bit.ly page, so...
Oh, because you're logged
logged
in.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't know if my
You know
shit
what?
was
I wonder if
Oh, maybe they accidentally used
maybe
the
they
wrong
put
one.
or maybe they put a space in there.
No, the space.
No,
I tried earlier
it doesn't
today.
matter. There's nothing. Bit.ly
Oops.
link for.
Well, try again next time,
Shout
Rob.
out your projects right here on Diamond Time. Diamondclub.reddit.com is where you do it. Diamond Time is at the top of the page.
Shoebrew in the chat got it. That's all. That's. I was only doing it for Shoebrew. Shall we check in on the movie draft minute?
Welcome to your Movie Draft Minute presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of October 8th, 2018. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. When Eddie Brock acquires the powers of a symbiote, he will have to release his alter ego Venom to save his life. Let's go check the scoreboard. Team Core Killers, John Trekker, DTNS, and Justin are all tied for third place. Still waiting for their first film. Team Nicole is in second place with Venom bringing in $89.8 million. And in first place with A Star Is Born bringing in $51 million, bringing the total to $99.7 million. It's Team Brian. And that is your Movie Draft Minute for the week of October 8th, 2018.
Justin, it was bad. It was a really bad movie. It was really bad. It was very bad. The best part of it was that my brother had woken up from a coma, and this is the first movie he saw after being almost dead in a coma. And I was very worried about how it was going to go. And then Jay looked over at me and said, "This movie's going to be terrible." And I said, "I know, right?" And I was right. It was awful.
So now here's the only thing that I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing it because I've read a bunch of reviews about it. Venom was one of my favorite characters growing up. Tom Hardy's one of my favorite actors. So like I will see this movie, but the one thing after understanding that it was going to be bad that I was excited by is that apparently through the first half of the movie, the comparison that I read to Tom Hardy's acting was Jim Carrey in Liar Liar, as he is coming to grips with the fact that he has a symbiote that is asking him to do opposite things. Is that true or false?
Yes, I totally see that parallel. But at least Liar Liar gave the audience the benefit of the doubt of not of in Liar Liar, you were able to watch all that, and you were able to put together, like, oh, he's hearing voices in his head. He's feeling compulsions or whatever.
I mean, like, number one, none of this is whether or not the movie is good. The question is the movie a ridiculous enough failure that it would be interesting to watch, understanding walking in that it's going to be a ridiculous failure?
I don't know. I mean that sincerely. I don't know. Like we knew it was not going to be good, right? But it's very confusing to watch a movie be unbelievably bad when you like the subject, like the character, like the actor, It's surrounded by talent. It's well executed, and yet it just spends so much like whatever it is you love about Venom. My guess is you don't want to spend almost a fucking hour watching it destroyed with unnecessary retconning. And then the second part where you're like, okay, well, finally, he's becoming Venom. So my guess is under this new retconned whatever, he'll discover his powers and all that stuff. My guess is since this is the studio that owns the rights to Spider-Man, and even though they're not going to reference Spider-Man or whatever, my guess is there would be some version of web slinging. None of that. My guess is that Venom is the walking embodiment of horror. They will do anything to make him scary at a moment, and then they don't do that, and then you find out in the whole second act that is like, and by the way you find it out, God forbid you should see literally any vignette that would cause you to realize this on your own. The way you find it out is a voice in the head of Eddie Brock says, so anyway, we're a race of symbiotes and we're planning to take over your planet. Oh my God, you're planning to take over the planet? Yeah, it's a good thing the villain in this movie, for no apparent reason, loves symbiotes and just keeps going, sending out ships to capture us and bring us back. It's gonna be great. And then you get to the third act where it's like, well, this guy's he's the leader, what you would call a leader of our group. His name's Riot, because I guess English is a language I speak in your mind. And he's got shit that you've never seen before. To which the viewer thinks like, oh, like what? Like literally the same shit we've seen the entire time. And he's like, well, why are you helping me to save the world if your whole job was to take over the world? To which he says, well, on my planet, I was a loser like you. Real literal quote from the fucking movie. And then follow-up question, wait, but if you're a loser and you're here, why are you wanting to save Earth? It was you, Eddie. You convinced me. It was...
They turned the symbiote face?
Fucking awful! It was fucking awful! Fucking awful! Also, God forbid there should be more than 4 frames in the entire 2.5-hour experience in which a tongue is not waggling or teeth are not exposed. Because everybody knows that teeth are their scariest when they're constantly a distracting impediment to speech, and that tongues are waggling at all times.
That was one of those things that in watching it, I was just really bummed out about, because those were always my least favorite artistic representations of Venom. Like, I like Venom as just gigantic, super muscular, like Brock Lesnar black Spider-Man, right? Like, who is also just a bad guy. The ones that I hate the most, even in the comic books, are always the like super exaggerated, like crazy elongated alien face, 9 feet long teeth sticking out, a tongue that can like lick his own balls. Like, it's like, all right, that just always seemed kind of ridiculous to me.
Plus, always, the story of Venom in the original, and I'm not going to say that you always have to stick to the original canon, but if you're the studio that has the rights to Spider-Man, I'm not sure.
Apparently, Marvel laid down the law, and they were like, hey, look. So you now have a successful Spider-Man franchise that you get to keep all the money to. If you want us to keep making you all the money, because that's their deal. Their deal is we write these movies for you and make you not fuck them up. We keep you in our canon, and you get to make all the money on your solo Spider-Man movies. And in our world, we get to use Spider-Man in movies where we make all the money. So if you want to start involving our precious IP in your garbage fest, then maybe Spider-Man gets shot in the heart and never sees Tony Stark again. Maybe that happens. And so they basically put the kibosh on like, oh, well, Spider-Man will do Marvel movies, but then also make cameo in Sony movies. But Sony not knowing when to say no. And look, it made $80 million this weekend. So like it obviously did well domestically. They're like, oh no, but we're still going to make a Venom movie. But now cut every reference to Spider-Man. Spider-Man's never going to be referenced. And now Venom happens in San Francisco instead of New York.
I feel like it would have been astonishingly easy for them to have done that and kept to the terms of that agreement if imagine an alternate universe still takes place on the West Coast. Still, Eddie Brock is a YouTube superstar of storytelling or whatever. Let's say we don't tell any reason why he's Venom. You know, he's just a guy on YouTube who is exploring through his network, taking down corruption or whatever. And then somebody says a couple of vague things like, hey man, weren't you a reporter in New York? You know, and he's like, yeah, I don't talk about those days. And he's just Venom from the beginning, right? And he sees some really dark shit go down, and then suddenly, you know, he shows up, and you know, maybe there's a good 25 minutes before finally we see something so painfully and egregiously wrong that he, you know, almost hulks out. And again, I don't know how much backroom negotiations are on this.
Here's to me the biggest egregious thing from what you said is like, you should never make the symbiote like a person. Like the symbiote, yes, it's an alien being, but it's really just Venom. The symbiote in general was always just a representation of your worst instincts.
Well, and think about this. What if he appeared for the first 20 minutes to be a really zen dude who it's like, you know, well, what do you do when you look in the face of evil? And this person is, you know, doing boots on the ground reporting, and he pointedly and repeatedly says phrases like, well, we all do the best we can with what we do, you know, with what we have, you know, we all do this. And he uses the word we in that Zen kind of floaty way. I mean, look, and then there's this moment when it's just like, you know, and even if you want to do the crazy voice thing, then it's just like, yes, we do the best we can. And now it's time.
Like here's the Venom movie. It's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. If it were Lethal Weapon.
Yes.
Like that eventually there's two like very different points of view that have to like mold and then wind up saving the day. If you want to do a Venom Lethal Protector story, then that's what it is. Now it kind of sucks that you don't get him being the terrifying murder machine that he became famous for being, but at least you get this. There is a fascinating story to be told in my worst instincts are talking to me, and yet maybe I'm a better person if I embrace my worst instincts, but I make my worst instincts not as bad as they would be as if I were to leave them untamed. Well, that's a really cool man versus man or man versus himself psychological story.
And I think there's a powerful moment. Imagine spending, let's say even in the first 20 or 30 minutes, you know, he's reporting by day, and by night, suddenly he's just clad in black, and you see a little bit of Venom, you know, he's climbing on walls and just watching people or whatever, just with big, doughy eyes that we can relate to, right? Those big glowing eyes, the way the original Spider-Man costume was, again, not a Spider-Man thing, but whatever, a relatable look. And then there comes that moment where we see something where as the audience was like, no, get him. And then we just see that grin that's way too big for that face emerge, and we feel excited, but also just a little bit scared. Instead, they cut the nuts off of everything. He's a fucking cartoon character, bigger cartoon character than Deadpool by a mile is what we get.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, I don't have any. I mean, although finding out, it actually makes me want to see the movie more now that I know that they try to turn like the symbiote's literally just like he's evil incarnate.
Oh,
Like-
no.
like,
Not
that's
only
the
evil,
point, the point of it, like to the point where, and this that we've already spoiled the whole fucking movie. So let me spoil the thing that I read about the ending credits, the end credit scene where, if you're all right, you are trying to write a Venom universe. You're trying to figure out to set up a Venom sequel. The only character for which Venom's a villain, right? So the only villain that Venom really has is Carnage.
right?
And the whole idea about that is that more symbiote gets onto this mass murder. So Eddie Brock is a conflicted person who gets symbiote, becomes bad, but can be a lethal protector. He's a mushy middle. Carnage is a literal mass murderer who gets a lot of symbiote, which is why the like stylistic idea of Carnage is super cool. Like, he's not a solid suit. He is all these crazy tendrils flying off at every point. But Eddie Brock goes to a prison to meet whoever goes to prison, and then
Oh, do you not know who? Do you know?
yeah, Michelle, his girlfriend or whatever, is the bad guy.
No. So you don't know about Woody Harrelson, youngified.
No, I don't know about Woody Harrelson. Young.
Yeah, no. There's apparently 2 post-credit scenes. I only watched the one, and then we left because.
Oh no! So you didn't see the Carnage one?
No. Well, I assume it was the Carnage one. I mean, it certainly referenced it because he walks in and you're like, "Oh, I'm here to do a story on you, Red," and a digitally de-aged Woody Harrelson stands up and saying, "Well, let's skip the whole crazy mass murderer, psychopathic killer thing," and then proceeds for 3 fucking minutes to do exactly that. "I'm just somebody who likes to kill a lot of people, but let's skip all that and get to work," or whatever. Let's do this interview.
For real, it's a de-aged Woody Harrelson.
Oh yeah. He looks like he's late 20s, early 30s. And he's like, "You could call me Red because I have red hair, and that's me, Woody Harrelson, digitally de-aged in a wig, in a cage." I didn't know that the post credits thing happened. What did you read?
Oh no! Apparently, the last words out of his mouth are, "When I get out of here, I'm gonna cause some carnage."
Oh yeah. So it's implied. I think there was a second scene after that I didn't watch and was generally disliked.
Oh no, I know. All I was trying to get to was that they have the guy who's obviously Carnage say it's gonna be Carnage, as if like the only people who are watching those credit scenes, like either you are watching those credit scenes with a knowledge of comic books, or you are watching it with somebody for whom you're going to immediately ask, "So wait, what does that mean?" Or you're going to immediately Google, "What did the ending scene of Venom mean?" And you're going to read that it's Carnage. So the idea that he says, "Oh, guess what? I'm going to cause carnage." Like, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, so you're left not liking anyone. It's like I don't know. I hated it. I hated it. It had no teeth, which is an ironic thing to say about a Venom movie. However, you know what was fucking great was Stars Born, man. Stars Born.
All right. You want to know what? We can talk about that later because we've already gone long with the Venom thing, and we still have mail to go.
We still have mail.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so we got a few things here. Peter emailed in, and Peter wants answers, damn it. He writes, "Where the fuck is Problem Solvers?" To which I say, "It's up your butt and around the corner."
Hold on. We should do this in. You don't happen to have them.
Peter, the person who
you don't happen to have the sounders all lined up because we'd have 3 of us who could address this.
Hold on, we can do that. Hold on,
okay, all right.
Yeah, okay.
So you obviously have the answer.
Sure, I've got the answer.
I could summarize, and Justin could give us a witty rejoinder.
I can give the witty rejoinder.
Here we go. Sorry, who is this from again?
Peter.
Peter has a question. Let's.
Ding, 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 ding. Bing, ding, 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 ding.
Hello, it's Peter.
Bing, ding, 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 ding. Hello?
Problem solver.
Hey man, you seem to want to know where Problem Solvers is.
It's up your butt and around the corner, my man.
If you want a problem solved, do it yourself, shitbag.
Problem solved.
Not
Click.
not our cleverest.
It's been a while.
We're warming up. Sometimes
been a
you
while.
just got to get on that bench and just lift the bar a few times, man. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We should do. It's been a while since. Well, I'll tell you, I don't know if we've done like a problem solver since Bryce has been kind of like the third mic. So I feel like the three of us could do problem solvers at
right.
some point.
I don't see any reason we couldn't.
Yeah, we could. We could do that. I think we've had Sarah on last year, but even then that was a while ago. We got an important question here from a longtime friend of the show. They write, "Where do you guys stand on eating ass? Sincerely, Zombie Jesus, fellas."
Jesus, zombie Jesus.
I mean, first of all, can I
Perfect
say
question
for
for
the
it.
record, that is you think skateboarding's hard. If you want to stand on an eating ass, that is, you got to have a wide stance.
Oh, this is
like wakeboarding style and just sort of just ride the wave.
Okay, Justin.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come get some.
Come get
Not you for asking a question like that.
Okay.
No, that's seating for you.
All right, there you go, Zombie Jesus. We also have a little bit of what I call.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's
Hold
me,
on,
asshole
quick
Pope.
I mean, eat ass. Eat ass. Come
Yeah.
on. Go eat ass. We also, I wanted to share a little bit of the spam that sometimes we get to mail at nightattack.tv.
Sorry?
Because we don't really have like a spam filter. And so all of the like really low effort Chinese spam just arrives in the mailbox and it happily takes it. For example, like this one, sometimes the game is really on point. This one is from Serp Booster. He says, "Hi, mail. As you're required, here is more information on how to improve your SERP positioning for your website."
SERP?
I think it stands for Search Engine Results Page, but it's definitely not written like an acronym.
It's not your serpentine.
Oh, here's how you can improve your serpentine positioning for your website. The snake is off. They're telling us the snake is not on onto the website. We also got a spammer from the world of SEO manipulation, negative SEO manipulation. The subject: how to put any ranks down in just few weeks.
Did we not get any more than the 2 emails?
Uh-oh.
We didn't. I was trying to do a bit. It's a good bit here, but no.
Also, I like the idea of negative SEO. I've
Yeah.
not heard about that.
This is a really thing we got.
This is them knocking on your door saying like, so it seems to me like you have a pretty good podcast, and it seems to me like, well, I don't know, maybe some other podcasts might be unfairly highly positioned above you. seems like you might have a list of, I don't know, podcasts you deserve to be ahead of. Now, I know that SEO is looked down upon, and that's why I wouldn't do that to you. But, I mean, if you had a list of podcasts you'd like to be ahead of, I mean, who might those podcasts involve?
I'll murder them.
That's literally what you do. You give them a couple of $100, and they use, what I think happens is that they use old SEO tactics
to make them look like scammers.
To make them look like bad websites. So Google says, "Oh, you're trying to game me, so I'm going to rank you down."
Down
your
rank
competition.
you.
Competition. So,
hey, look.
There we go.
Number one, we're officially making this segment a thing. So if you guys want listen, Bryce and I just fucking told you to eat the booty like groceries. So there is open honesty in this segment. Get your shit in. Where are they sending it, Bryce?
You're sending it to mail@nightattack.tv. Send in your questions, comments, responses, and we won't have to read spam.
Yeah, there we go. Mail@nightattack.tv. I'm sure a bunch of you motherfuckers send it to nightattack.com because that happens. But mail@nightattack.tv. That's where it goes.
That's where it goes.
Swear to God, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking Venom.
Okay.
R.I.P. El Gato Google Pluso.
Yeah.
All hail the king of the mouth, Justin Robert Young.
I mean, I'm the Prince of Mouth. I don't know if I mean, eventually when I die, maybe I'll be a crowned king, but forever I will be your foppish prince.
The Prince of Mouths. We already have a Photoshop. Oh my God. Cannot wait to see all of you guys at Scoopfest. We're going to do our best to share as much of the story as we possibly can. You guys are the best people on the planet.
Hey, Brian, what did we learn this week?
We learned that, I mean, outside of you apparently being better than me at mouth guitar, we learned that that science has decreed me better at understanding corporate terminology. TLAs, they're called.
We have also found out that eating butt.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
See you next Tuesday, guys.
Dying to find.
What about the Bit Boss?
Oh, Bit Boss. That is Jung Sung 3000 bits. Thank you.
You did it. Got him.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.